Punjabi speakers to come to the area to help them canvass for votes.
Assalamu alaikum. This is a special message to all my Muslim brothers and sisters throughout the northwest of England and around the country. The Denton by-election is now heating up. We're getting really serious and we're short of Urdu and Punjabi speaking volunteers. So wherever you are, get in touch, get yourselves over here. Let's get our message out to the community to stop reform. Get yourself down here. I'll see you soon.
Can't do it in English? No. The Green Party candidate, Hannah Spencer, then set about canvassing for votes at several mosques. And as you can see, this picture of her, there it is, she's got fully into character here. She's gone full kafir and everything, hasn't she? Some of the literature being handed out reportedly says things like Labour needs to be punished for Gaza, and they then released a campaign video entirely in Urdu.
को गोर्टन और डेंटन एक जुल्म सियासतदान जीत सकता है अगर हम रिफॉर्म को रोकने के लिए ग्रीन को वोट ना दें।
मेरा नाम हना स्पेंसर है। मैं ग्रीन पार्टी की उम्मीदवार हूँ।
दुकानदार, सफाई करने वाले, ड्राइवर्स, माएं, ये हम हैं जो इस इलाके को चलाते हैं।
And then they did another one in Bengali.
20 ফেব্রুয়ারি গোর্টন আর ডেন্টন একজন জাতীয়বাদী রাজনৈতিক ক্ষমতায় আসতে পারে যদি আমরা রিফর্মকে থামাতে গ্রিন এ ভোট না দিই।
আমি গ্রিন পার্টি এমপি ক্যান্ডিডেট হানা স্পেন্সার।
দোকানদার, পরিষ্কার পরিচ্ছন্নতা কর্মী, ড্রাইভার, মায়েরা আমরাই এই
Looks to me like she learnt a little bit more Urdu than Bengali there, but hey-ho. Green Party activists then reportedly promoted an article suggesting that Muslims should vote for the Green Party to forward, quotes, the interests and values of British Muslims. The piece was shared by a Green Muslim organiser to activists who says a Green organiser contributed to it and, quote, it makes a compelling case to vote Green in the constituency from an Islamic perspective. Right? And the reason behind that, really, fundamentally, was because some members of the Muslim community obviously aren't too happy with the Green Party's policies to do things like legalise drugs, prostitution, or the fact that they actually like gay people and the trans community. Now, the article apparently included things like this. We have to ask ourselves how the way we vote can impact Muslims globally. After all, we have a moral responsibility to these brothers and sisters as well. The point here is that even though we may not always feel comfortable with some of the social values that British political parties and candidates align with, these issues can be overlooked in pursuit of more urgent matters. For instance, protecting our brothers and sisters facing genocide in Gaza, or at the very least, reducing harm against them. And look, if that wasn't enough, they then deployed Alu Akbar local councillor and deputy co-leader Mothin Ali with just, hey, a very happy Ramadan message to everyone.
Ramadan Mubarak, everyone. We know this month is a month of spirituality, neighbourliness and looking after each other.
And what's going to make Ramadan even better is if we can get Hannah Spencer elected on the 26th of February. So let's make that happen and let's have a blessed Ramadan.
The amount of pressure on the Muslim community to vote Green has been unbelievable. Look at this one here. Look at that. That's a tweet, that. So Muslim voters in Gorton and Denton should know that they will be pilloried by their own community if the party of genocide, Labour, wins off the back of Muslim votes. Pilloried by their own community. The amount of religious pressure there is monstrous. And then Jeremy Corbyn weighed in and backed the Greens.
Supporting Hannah Spencer to be elected. Why? Because we need to defeat reform and we need to defeat the far right.
Then it looked to me like the Green candidate tried to claim that divisive rhetoric from Reform candidate Matt Goodwin is what actually caused the Manchester Arena bomb attack, which killed 22 innocent people and injured 1,000 more after an Islamist terrorist blew himself up.
It is irresponsible to tar everybody with the same brush.
Never done that.
I have taught, as so many people in Greater Manchester will do, and I will probably get quite emotional about this, about that feeling that we all had straight after the Manchester terror attacks, of how horrendous it felt that happened in our city, that children were murdered at a concert. They were murdered at a concert, and now you are using that to further and fuel division in our society.
You never asked
when
why these things are
what we
happening.
did after the terror attacks was we came together and we stuck up for each other.
But you've never asked why are those things happening?
Of course we have.
Why are they happening?
Of course we have, because people like you are dividing
so I'm responsible for the Manchester Evening News Arena bombing now?
That's not what I've just said.
So what? It was divisive rhetoric, was it, that caused Salman Abedi to pack a rucksack full of explosives? Absolutely bonkers. But Labour weren't happy. And they weren't happy because for years they have courted the Muslim vote. And now the Greens are playing them at their own game. So Labour started to cry about it. Oh, the Greens are manipulating the Muslim vote. Oh, boo-hoo. Well, the Greens showed a picture of Keir Starmer with Indian leader Modi. Now, it looked to me anyway like a clear attempt to tell the Pakistani community that they shouldn't be voting for an Indian-loving Prime Minister. And that is full-blown sectarianism on our streets, by the way. Well, cry harder, Labour, because they've been doing this stuff for years. In a desperate, last-ditch attempt to get votes, Labour were accused of putting these leaflets through doors last night. Now, here you go. Tactical Choice says, vote Labour. Now, apparently, a company called Tactical Choice says that Labour is the only way to beat reform. There was a slight problem with that leaflet. I think Tactical Choice might be a made-up company, right? It doesn't exist. And certainly, if a Tactical Choice does exist, they've produced some kind of social media page and they are saying that they never said this, they're actually saying vote Green. I mean, it's absolutely bonkers. All of this culminated in the Green Party candidate doing this as the polls open today. And I'm not sure whether or not you could see on that poster that lady was holding up there, it said vote Green, but I hope they've managed to spell Gorton and Denton right, because if you look at the bottom of your screen there, Gorton doesn't have an E in it, right? And there you go, help elect the 5th Green MP, Gorton and Denton. They couldn't even spell the area right. I do wonder if Hannah Spencer will wake up one day and realise that she's been nothing more than a useful idiot. This by-election has been a masterclass in how diversity and multiculturalism has failed and how much influence the Muslim community now has in British politics. If people don't wake up now, then they never will.
Hello, I'm Bev Turner. Now, it